What's going on? I'm BoneSickle, and this is the PlayStation 4 version of Warframe, which is completely free to play. There's some co-op right here with RJBrian and XWing as squad mates running through a T3 survival in the void, obviously. Yeah, and there's a trophy also for called Into the Void that they recently added, the second gold trophy in the game for completing 10 void missions. The last video I posted, I rushed through a T4 capture in like 2.5 minutes, and watching that hopefully should show you how quick the captures can be. If you really want to go for that trophy and you have capture missions, you can just blast through that. So we're just going to 20 minutes right here in this T3 survival. You can see we're creeping up on the 15-minute mark right here. I just kind of made the video towards the last several minutes of the game, and we got some fusion cores as our 15-minute reward. So that kind of sucks, in my opinion. I'm always hungry for those prime parts, but we'll see what we get at that good rotation C reward when we finish up here and hacking and slashing in the dragon Nikana and tagging enemies with the dread as I usually do, and of course in my Rhino Prime as usual, trying to get a little more variety in these videos of Warframes. I got a video coming up that I did in the Zephyr actually, but probably show a few more things with Rhino Prime in the Void up until then. And our basic strategy, as I've said before, you notice we've got 7 life support things in queue, and we're keeping our percentage up pretty high just by murdering these enemies and getting a good dose of the personal life supports to drop. But typically we wait until the life support's down to around 40%. Of course, we are playing together and as a group and using headsets and communicating. There's an Argon Crystal that dropped. I'm gonna mark that with a waypoint for my teammates in case they need it. And of course, if we're communicating, then there's, you know, not a chance of us accidentally activating 2 at the same time. But we still usually wait until it's down to around 40, just as kind of a good protocol. And of course, I like to camp near whichever life support seems to be farthest away from the exit. Of course, after you hit that 5-minute mark, you know where the exit is, and then I like to work my way towards the exit. But then the basic strategy we use at the end of the match is to wait until it's about 2.5 minutes before we're going to leave, which in this case we're planning on leaving at 20 minutes. So 2.5 minutes before then would obviously be 17.5. So when the timer hits 17:30, we usually just activate everything, even if it, you know, seems like we're wasting them and they're, you know, you're keeping you at 100%. We just activate everything and go to the exit and just hang out at the exit until the 20-minute mark rolls around, because even if you have the life support at 100%, it'll last 2.5 minutes. So that's usually the strategy we use. So right now we're at 17.5 minutes. We normally would just hit everything and leave if we had already agreed to head out at 20 minutes. But I think we got a little distracted here. I got carried away hunting down some of these enemies and didn't really notice the time. But that happens. Of course, you can't stay longer than 20 minutes. You can stay as long as you want, and the rotation rewards just recycle and start over again. But we just want to get one good chance at that rotation C, and I don't think any of us really planned on staying to 40 minutes or anything like that. So we seem pretty happy just to get the 2 rotation A rewards and then a B and a C and leave at 20. Not too big of a deal. Maybe I'll get a video at some point here with T4 for surviving and kind of complete the set. But for the time being, miss that guy with the arrows, so I'm gonna slash him on up. See, normally I would not be activating this because we're at like 86%, because, you know, they add 30%. Normally that would be a waste, but we're on the way out. So usually by now we would actually already be at the exit, not actually in the exit, you know, which triggers the countdown, but just hanging out near the exit room waiting for 20 minutes to show up so we could leave. But like I said, we kind of got a little carried away distracted killing the enemies here. So I'm still heading to the exit, trying to find exactly where it is, because I realized, like, oh crap, we're at the 19 minutes already. Let me get out of here, try and find my way out. I'm gonna go ahead and use a stomp, since I see a death orb, and the prime warframes let you get energy when you hit the death orb. Thought that might have activated some lasers with that plate. I don't know. Whatever. A couple of lockers to open up, and we got a half a minute to go.
Prepare for life support.
Of course, as you can see, with as many life support units as we have stacked up, we could have gone much longer if we wanted to. Here's the exit room. We've got 4 now and 1 on the way, and we would have had a few more, like, you know, obviously we just kind of wasted a few because it didn't really matter. And these darn nullifiers, man, I really do hate the nullifiers and the bombards. Ever since they showed up, makes it a little more challenging, sometimes quite a bit annoying. But we got a Forma Blueprint for our 20-minute reward. That's okay, but that kind of sucks. Yeah, because I guess I was hoping for some prime parts, and either way, now we can go, because we don't desire to sit here another 5 or 10 minutes for another 1 or 2 rotation A rewards and go through all that. So mission is complete, and we got a Forma Blueprint, a couple of Latron Prime items, Argon Crystals, a lot of good syndicate standing out of that. So, you know, all in all, it was a good run. No harm, no foul. So that's been another video. Thanks for watching. Next one, I'm probably going to post, I think, a T3 sabotage, and that'll be that.